What's going on YouTube? Hayden back making another brand new Crypto TV episode. In today's video, we will be discussing Litecoin, Bitcoin, Ethereum, as well as Cardano to BTC. We will be wrapping up Cardano for this week's altcoin of review. So please let me know down in the comments below which altcoin you would like to see me review in next week's videos. Otherwise, we have a couple of important topics to discuss. Yesterday, I made a pretty bold statement basically saying I believe cryptocurrency Litecoin is going to kind of bottom out and kind of start to head back down. And I'll explain a little bit more in depth as to why it is that I believe that. We will also be looking at the coin market cap as well as an article posted on the Daily Hodl discussing crypto register or crypto cash register promotes payments in Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Litecoin. All in all, pretty dope stuff. Otherwise, let's jump into today's video. So guys, before I begin with the current coin market cap, I just want to take your focus to my Twitter really quick. I'd like to do some sort of question and answer for the channel, and I've had a bunch of you guys already check out my Twitter. So I'd appreciate that if the rest of you can check out Crypto TV Official on Twitter and basically just send me a question on there, post it on my wall or however Twitter works. Post it to me. I had a bunch of you guys yesterday post some, and I'd like to continue this going for the next couple of days so that I can get a pretty big list of questions that I could answer in a future video. Otherwise, check it out, Crypto TV Official or @CryptoV Official, whatever it is. It should be fairly simple to find. Otherwise, guys, jumping into the current coin market cap, you can see as the page loads up, there we go. Market cap is 179.3. We have a 24-hour volume of 58 billion, and we have a Bitcoin dominance of 50.6%. So what can we learn from this? Bitcoin dominance staying fairly similar where it was yesterday. 24-hour volume is also, I'd like to say that majority of the market is actually staying exactly flatlined how it's been the past like 2 days. Market cap is slightly higher, but for the most part, it's just sideways consolidation, and we're going to dive into that in a second. When I scroll down to the top 10 coins, you can see that majority are in red, and only two, which is just Bitcoin Cash and Stellar, seem to be in green, and not up by much. Unfortunately, Litecoin seems to have been pushed downwards. Bitcoin Cash has now blown past that, not really by much, only 20 million on the dot, practically maybe 19 million. But I do think we're going to be able to break through Bitcoin Cash fairly soon. As you can see, out of these top 9 coins, except for Tether, the top 9 coins seem to just be following each other fairly well. Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP is a little different, but Bitcoin Cash, Litecoin, EOS, Binance Coin, they all, even Cardano, they all seem to be neck and neck following each other's pattern on their price graph. That is going to be very important when I dive into the charts and discuss further why I do think Litecoin needs to pull back a little bit more. So guys, before I dive into that, I do want to discuss with you guys a buddy of mine, John Moore. He's been on the channel a couple of times, and I've also been on his Twitter a couple of times, where we push Litecoin payment adoption in merchants and retail investors, and trying to do financial investors, that's a long shot, but merchant adoption, brick and mortar, that is what we try to do on the channel. And unfortunately, I've been away at college, so it has been very difficult to hang out with him. But when I'm home for the summer, which is literally just in 4 weeks or 1 month, we're going to be doing it again. We have a bunch of different stores to hit up and a bunch of different stores to, talk to and kind of make videos for and get them to start accepting cryptocurrency. We've also actually gotten a lot of restaurants, fast food places in a way, and services to accept Litecoin. So expect some pretty awesome vlogs when I'm home for the summer, checking out all the different places that accept cryptocurrency as a payment method. I will also obviously be interviewing those people as well as to why they want to accept cryptocurrency. So, furthermore, scrolling down into the article, hopefully, like I just said, John Moore, so Litecoin promoter John Moore tweeted a DIY crypto-friendly sign that he hopes will catch fire with local merchants who pay exorbitant credit card fees. So it kind of makes sense why merchants should, accept cryptocurrency. The sign lists several expensive payment options such as American Express, MasterCard, Visa, Discover, followed by a list of cryptocurrencies including Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum, Venmo, etc. So, Vice President President of Nationwide Merchant Solutions, John Moore, makes a pitch to summer vendors in the Northern Hemisphere who sell small ticket items along with Boardwalk and could maximize profits by eliminating expensive credit card fees. So he's 100% right. Super awesome post that he made. So that's pretty much what I wanted to discuss. Yes, he does go into detail about his Loaf wallet and things of that nature, paying with Litecoin. And obviously, if you've watched any of my videos with him, we go a little bit more in depth as to how the payment processing works with Alliant Payments or Alien Payment Systems, and so on and so forth. We actually have a very, very, very awesome video coming, or at least I have one planned, with a company called Cloud9 Exotics, where I will be actually renting, buying a Lamborghini potentially, or another, car of choice, and renting it out and driving it around. And that will also lead me to other merchants that would like to accept cryptocurrency and have that set up. So we have a bunch of things coming for the channel, guys. It's going to be freaking awesome. So make sure you're subscribed, turn on post notifications, leave a giant thumbs up. Otherwise, jumping into the charts for today's video, I'm looking at Litecoin, and yes, Litecoin looks beautiful. There's no way around it, guys, but I've been making some interesting claims. I did obviously take profits up here, and I do think we're going to start to see a slight pullback. My main reason, which I'm going to explain as to why, is let's slowly shift to the 4 hour. 4 hour, as that loads, is just finally back into its normal RSI. So that looks semi-okay. I personally think it's going to start to head back down and retest its high-low MMA. You can see previously the days and days we've had prior, we've literally just been running with our high-low MMA, and you can see we kind of went a little bit distant from that. So I do think we're going to wait for this to catch up before we start, to head higher. But scrolling now outwards to a more macroeconomic look, you can see that the high-low MMA on the daily is very, very, very far and overextended. And you can see on the RSI, we're extremely overextended. In no way would I recommend to anyone, I'm not a financial advisor anyway, but I would not recommend to myself or any of my friends to invest when the market is at 86 on its RSI. It doesn't make any sense whatsoever to me why I would put my money into a coin that is extremely overextended when I can put it into a coin that is extremely oversold and needs to go up. So that's why I'm waiting off for Litecoin right now, because I do think it's a little bit, over the top, and I do think it needs to have some sort of consolidation to kind of lower its price. Otherwise, moving on to Bitcoin, this is where things start to get interesting and they start to tie in. Now, there are a lot of new subscribers on the channel, so that's why I'd like to be a little bit repetitive. Obviously, if you've heard this, you can obviously skip ahead 30 seconds. But for those of you who are new, this is a major, major, major point that I'm trying to make here on the channel, as well as with Litecoin and Bitcoin. Bitcoin on its weekly is doing something very, very, very interesting, and I hope I'm stressing this through the camera, but we were on an uptrend since the end of December of 2018, and we have slowly been climbing up on our purple uptrend for months now, all the way to April. So we had all mid-December, let's just say December, January, February, and March. So we had 4 months, 4, 8, 12, 16 weeks of slow uptrend and consolidation upwards. And I've said numerous times that because we were back in our high-low MMA, because we broke through it, it was only a matter of time before we started to climb back up and retest our high-low MMA. That time is now. So the unfortunate part about the high-low MMA is the fact that we are below it to an extent where we are testing it with little, support. We managed to explode up with this price, and it kind of pushed the levels from freaking, let's just say, 44 all the way to 60 practically. So we went up about 10 to 15 points on the RSI. My main concern is the fact that there's a little support holding us up here. You can see previously there's not really much support here. Yeah, there's a little one right at $4,600, but we're way over $5,000. We're at $5,100. The issue you can see even here is that we did not scale down. Now, obviously, this was the descending triangle that closed and we fell. Then we retested the downtrend once again. You can see we broke out of that very nicely, and then we did not have any real support, any real downwards pressure or resistance until we caught up with the high-low MMA. So it made a lot of sense after we broke the downtrend. There wasn't much holding us down except for this resistance right here at 4,100. Once we broke through there, it was a straight streamline right up, which you can see we've had in the past. We fell very far down because there was no supports, and you can see that's pretty much what we did. We shot right up because there were no supports or resistances. Now the issue we're having is we are overbought, I believe, on Bitcoin's daily, which I'll check out in a second, but we are nearing this high-low MMA. I think, truthfully, we needed to see consolidation like this, a more stairway-like pattern. Then we retest the high-low MMA, then I can see a pop to the upside. I cannot see us going like this. This is not logical. That does not make sense. Even this is not logical. So I think we do need to pull back. I think a potential retest or retracement down to $4,300, potentially $4,500 is not, unreasonable, and I do think it is definitely in the forecast. That is my opinion on there. So personally, what I plan on doing is if I see Bitcoin pull back down, it should do something like this, potentially, and I will buy back in when I see it retest this purple band. That is a good buying opportunity for me. That's when I will put in my money. Next, moving on to the Ethereum's charts. Ethereum very similarly following Bitcoin and Litecoins. You can see sideways trading. It is overbought on its daily, slowly coming back into a more neutral territory, but I do think it is a bit overextended, and I think it wouldn't hurt the price to kind of pull back either down to this line. We can use this as a support, or if unfortunately we break lower, we can then use this purple uptrend, consolidate in here, and then we could break up even higher. So there are two instances and variables for Ethereum to play out. We're just really seeing this, how far it will go when it consolidates back down around 50 on the RSI. If it pulls down to here, things will be okay at 160, and if that drops us down to the 50, then we can continue to use that, and we'll probably break up much higher. Excuse me. Now, lastly, Cardano. This will be the last week we review Cardano for the next maybe week or 2 or 3 weeks, and then we'll probably pick it back up if it seems to be popular demand. I know XRP, Stellar, and Binance Coin are some other big tokens that you guys want me to review for a week. So, the uptrend. I mean, this goes kind of without explanation. I feel like, to me, this looks very obvious. So obviously we have our uptrend here very easily. We were following this quite a bit, and then we started to move off of that. We branched off. You can see we had previously a retestment down to this uptrend, you can see. And now it seems like we did manage to break this resistance with pretty good, support. And we ended up entering an overbought market, which you saw right here, as well as us testing a resistance up here. So now it seems like we're consolidating in between this channel. So what I'm truthfully looking for is to see Cardano just trade out sideways for the next couple of days, and then catch up to its uptrend, and then it could pop up here. So hopefully that looks a little bit better for you guys. That's about my fair estimate as to where I see Cardano going. Otherwise, guys, that's going to sum up today's video. Guys, if you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe. Giveaway at 10,000 subscribers for free cryptocurrency. Make sure you're subscribed. Otherwise, I'll see you guys in tomorrow's episode. Peace.